Everyone, and welcome to the EcoInvestment update for Sunday, October 29th, 2017. I know it has been a long time since I did an update on the channel, but I can say in my defense, things have been rocking and rolling here in Santa Rosa with the biggest and deadliest wildfire in California history that we just passed through, as well as other things going on in my personal life with family and with Missy Jen with getting her infusions down in San Francisco. It has definitely been a time where, although I still follow the markets, it's a time when I've not been able to do too much to really update things. And of course, the big feature continues to be the bubble that is underway in the U.S. stock market. That has been the feature. Probably we shifted from a time 6 months ago where I thought we were kind of a make it or break it time. It looked like the market was starting to break down a little bit. And then all of a sudden we went off on a new higher plane here. And although I still have very light commitments to the market, I'm a conservative person by nature, I still keep an eye on things because I remember in history how these things always turn out. And when you start to have apologists come on TV and, well, things are different this time, and this is why prices should go to this level, and this is why trees should grow to the moon, and this is, it's over and over and over, and it's one of the hallmarks of history. Some time ago, I showed all of you the magazine covers from 2005, some 12 years ago, with Time Magazine and Fortune and Money Magazine, all featuring real estate on the cover of the same week. And of course, we all know how that turned out down the line there. So it's no surprise. The question is, how far do bubbles go before they burst? Well, we just don't know, but we know traditionally they get burst by rising interest rates. And yes, interest rates have started rising a little bit over the past couple weeks. We have the 10-year government note back to around 2.41%, something like that. It did get down to almost 2.1%. It was 2.12%. So although it has climbed 30 basis points since then, it's still ridiculously low levels as we see today in the market. We've explored reasons why, because of the tremendous amount of liquidity, the amount of quantitative easings, 1, 2, 3, just the amount of money that was injected into the system, and the liquidity that most of the players have, corporations, everybody is just super liquid right now. So people have a surplus of money out there. There's been so much money created that it's cheap. It's not dear at all. So we have very low interest rates as a result. And yet, in the face of that, we still have gold and silver, which refuse to really have their backs broken, which is very interesting. We're still around the 1,300 level for gold and 17 level for silver, and I think that they're hanging on for a reason, because they represent the real underlying reality of what money is in today's sort of market. We also have a situation, I don't know if you follow Bitcoins and things like that, where I think the Bitcoin recently tracked some maybe $5,000 or $10,000. It's made a huge kind of move as an alternative currency. Look, there's a lot of pieces in motion on the chessboard. We have a president that's really, for all the bluster and everything, we're almost up to the year point since election night. And it really not a lot has been accomplished except by executive order. And our president continues to still have people nipping on his heels about all the Russian investigation. He's still going at Hillary Clinton like it's still election eve. It's a wonder to behold. And yet we're still $666 billion in debt. Or actually a deficit is more than we're spending. 666 billion more than we're taking in this year. So trends of debt growth continue, and eventually we know that that's going to come home to roost. We just don't know when, but we know when it does happen, it's going to be pretty crazy. So how much further can we go? It's really hard to say. This really reminds me of 1929, when you would open the paper and you would think to yourself, wow, there's stocks in 1929 that are $110 a share, or $300 a share, or $600 a share, and you think to yourself, how do these stocks get so high priced? Well, we're at the same kind of situation today, where we have $100 plus stocks are common now. $300, $400, $600, $800, $1,000 a share. Well, that's typical of the fast monetary growth, the fast value appreciation that happens at the end of bull markets and things. So it's another signal to me that there might be the train might be approaching the last station on the line. We shall see. Listen, things are getting back to normalized a little bit here, so I will try to get back to the program of the weekly or bi-weekly eco-investment updates here, and start doing some more uploads on the channel here. In the meantime, if you've not checked out the Rosie O'Kelly channel, please do. You can watch the fire videos and the recent trip to Lake Tahoe, and that's it's fun stuff too as we get ready for Halloween amidst a very gloomy sort of city here in Santa Rosa, as you can imagine, with the devastating wildfires. Well, we're still trying to keep a smile on our face. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for more updates.